Hey guys, welcome back to 4 Wide with Declan. Today will just be an episode about talking about this weekend's Daytona 500. There's not been that much news, so I will just have a full episode dedicated to the Daytona 500. Without further ado, let's get started. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr. winning under caution after Kyle Larson had a really hard hit on the final lap. Barely beat out Joey Logano and Christopher Bell to win it. I think Bell actually pushed to the 47 out to the win. And that's what made the 47 get his third Cup Series win. All three of them have been at plate races. He's a really good plate racer. He won in the 17 car a couple times in 2017. Joey Logano also won the Daytona 500 in 2015, and then he went on to win the championship in 2018, and then 2022, the defending Cup Series champion. Christopher Bell has never won a Daytona 500. His only Cup Series wins have been the Daytona Road Course in 2021, his 38th Cup Series start, and then New Hampshire this past year. But it looked like on that last restart, Kyle Larson got it, because he was going to beat the 47 and then win. But he got stuck in the middle coming to the white flag, and then that just affected his whole race. That made his race be over. After Eric Almirola pushed Travis Pastrana, and then it turned Pastrana into Larson. Larson actually collected the 6 of Brad Keselowski and the 12 of Blaney, who came down and collected the 16 of AJ Allmendinger, and then slid up the track and collected the 8 of Kyle Busch. Speaking of Kyle Busch looked like he was going to win that race. The 3 of Austin Dillon, his teammate, was protecting him until, of course, Daniel Suarez had that issue, and then he spun out, bringing the caution out. And that's what made Kyle Busch, he was going to win that second restart, but then there was a big wreck behind him involving his teammate, and then Kyle Busch was obviously involved in that wreck on the final lap. Now let's talk a bit about the Xfinity race. So Sam Mayer, the biggest story, Sam Mayer turned by Austin Hill in the final lap, flips on his roof, slides on his roof, sparks fly, but thankfully his car rolled back over at the last second so then he could get out. But it was the 20 of Nemechek actually passed below the double yellow line. That took him out of contention. The 20, it was between the 21 and the 7, and then 21 back-to-back years, Austin Hill, and then Zane Smith won the rain-shortened Truck Series race on Friday night. So Zane Smith was trying to block, Corey LaJoie was trying to block. Zane Smith and Corey LaJoie were in a battle there for those last couple green flag laps, but then I think the 34 of Jason White had an issue, and then that's what brought the caution out. Then it started raining, and then they just called the race, and then Zane Smith won the race. Now let's talk about the ARCA race. So, very chaotic ARCA race. So, in the white flag, it looked like Jason White was going to win the 44 car, but then Greg Van Alst swung to the outside with help from the 18 of Mozak, and then they passed the 44, and that's what got Greg Van Alst the win at Daytona. So maybe a little bonus here to end it off. Talk a bit about the duels. It will be a bit of a shorter episode today because we're just talking about the past race weekend and also the Auto Club preview. Talk about the duels. So the duel races. First duel was okay. Joey Logano took home the win. Zane Smith transferred. But the second duel looked like it was going to be okay, but then Kyle Busch, of course, got turned by Daniel Suarez, and created a wreck which took Austin Hill out of contention to be in the Daytona 500. And then it moved Connor Daly in to be in the Daytona 500. So now, to end off our episode, let's do the Auto Club preview. So my picks here for the Cup Series race. There's one guy in my head right now that is really good on those 2-mile cookie cutters. And the guy that I'm thinking of is the 2021 Cup Series champion, Kyle Larson. He is absolutely outstanding at these kind of tracks. He won here last year. He ran good at Michigan last year. I think the 5 will get it done this weekend. Now for the Xfinity race, we saw Cole Custer win it last year. Cole Custer is good at this track. I think the 00 will take home the checkered flag in the Xfinity Series race. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching 4 Wide with Declan. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and bye for now.